Hey parents, Stephen here, and I hope you're doing great, having an awesome week. As you know, if you watched the video from last week that we sent, and even if you didn't, you can still check that out at Vimeo. But as you know, we started a new series in Prime last Wednesday called Ladies and Gentlemen. And what we're doing in this series, just to recap, is we're taking 3 weeks and we're looking at friendship, we're looking at dating, and then we're looking at God's plan for sex and how the world has twisted that plan. And so obviously last week we kicked this series out, and the whole premise of this series and what I believe solely as a middle school pastor at 12 Stone is that in middle school that your students should focus on friendship. When it comes to their relationship with the opposite gender, they should focus on being friends, and that's it. What I taught is that there's a natural progression in relationships. And in middle school, because of all the change, because of all the drama, if you will, that there's just less pressure in these 3 years on their journey if they just focus on friends. And so what I want to remind you of in this series is I'm going to really be challenging your students to go and to talk with you about these things. Because parents, the reality is, even if you think they're not thinking of these things, they are. And if they're not, their friends are. So they're hearing it. So this week is week 2. And week 2 is all about dating. Now, again, my belief and what we're going to teach is that our advice and what we think is best and most wise is that in middle school they should camp out, if you will, in the friendship stage. But the reality is that some of the room is dating. Some of the room, they have a boyfriend, they have a girlfriend. And so what we're going to do this week at Prime is we're going to answer 3 questions. Number 1, we're going to answer when to date, we're going to answer who to date, and we're going to answer how. And so those are basic questions, and if you would like more information about what we're going to be teaching, please feel free to email me or feel free to call the church office. We would love to talk with you about that. Make sure that you check out the questions below. And parents, again, I want to encourage you seriously, go after some significant conversations with your student about this type of subject, as it's really, really important. So thanks so much. I hope this is helpful for you. And again, if there's anything that we can do to partner better with you at home, please let us know. Have a great week.